Oh boy, another week, another bad result. This seems to be like the theme of 2016-2017 season, where each week, where each post-match review, where each post-match reaction, it is just more of the same. It is just a case of, yes, we played poorly, and we deserve to lose. And I think anyone would tell you today that we absolutely deserve to lose. I thought Rostov could have potentially scored 2 or 3 more goals. And it is not good enough. Honestly, I do actually. Okay, I'm not happy that we lost, but I am happy that we lost. If that makes sense. The reason why I'm happy that we lost, because now the questions will come. Now the question will be like, why are we losing? What do we have to change? Because before you could always make the argument, okay, you know what? We're still gelling. We're still getting used to obviously the way Carlo wants us to play and whatnot. So the management and the higher ups, they basically didn't say anything. But now that we lost against Rostov, who, no offense against anyone that's from that supports Rostov, but now that we lost against a team that, in all fairness, we should be beaten 2-3-4-0. Now the questions will be asked. Now the question will be like, what is going on? What do we have to improve? And honestly, today was not a good match. Today was not a good match. It's a weird one, because I'd be angry, but right now I'm just in a state of, yeah, it's that again. I'm not really that surprised. I'm literally just thinking, that's a weekly thing right now. We're not improving, to be honest. I've said the whole time, if you watch all my videos, I've always said, right now, at this point in the season, I don't care that much about winning. What I care about much more is that we see more of Ancelotti football. And I've been saying that since his very first game. And the fact is, we haven't actually seen Ancelotti football at all. So it's just more of the same, essentially. It's just more of poor football, just more of bad football. It's just more of, I mean, today it was a bit different, because normally after a match I say, oh, all we've done is cross. Today that was not the case. Today it was much more of the case of Costa. He tries to obviously go inside and try and take a shot. That didn't work out. I mean, he did get a goal, but I mean, he did that like the whole match. He had about 10 shots, and if you shoot 10 times and you score a goal, that's not that good of a ratio. That's a 1 in 10 ratio. That's 10%. It's not that good. So he'll have to work on his shooting. But for me, he needs to pass quicker. If he's gonna cross quicker. If you're gonna pass quicker. But he likes to have the ball, do a few step overs here and there, and then cross. And by that time, the players will have already adjusted in the box. So that's the one negative of Costa. But I thought he was probably one of our better players today. Not saying that he was great or whatnot, but he was probably one of our better players. But someone that was absolutely that in my opinion was definitely our best player was Renato Sanchez, and it just shows you that right now we're kind of lacking the hunger, we're kind of lacking the drive, because Renato Sanchez is a young player that really wants to establish himself in a team, that really wants to prove all his doubters wrong, that really wants to say, you know what, you guys bought me for a lot of money, let me show you, let me repay you the respect you showed me, let me repay you the favor you showed me, let me repay you all you guys have done for me. So he really has that hunger, that drive. He wants to go forward, he wants to go, he wants to score, he wants to assist, which was clearly evident by the first goal that we scored, where he just takes on players left, right, and center, then tries to take a shot, it gets saved, it gets kicked out, the clearance, and it lands right at Costa's feet, who then takes it and then finishes it exquisitely. That's 1-0, and then Rostov score, and then Rostov score again, and a minute later we score through Bernat. Another wonderful goal, and again Sanchez involved in that goal. So, him, Ribery combining. Then he gives the ball back to Ribery gives it back to Bernat, and then Bernat finishes. Another beautiful goal. Like, both those goals, they hit the top of the thing. They hit the top of the net. Not just the net anywhere, but the top of the net. So those goals were beautiful. The Costa goal was beautiful. The Bernat goal was exquisite. but then Rostov scored through a free kick. So Rostov scored through play. For a wonderful goal, by the way. Boateng, you looked absolutely ridiculous in that play. Then Rostov scored through a penalty. And then Rostov scored for a free kick, so they got 2 set pieces and 1 goal. That was just absolutely fantastic. So that is really shocking. And the main person responsible for that was, I mean, there were 2 players that were really responsible for that. One was Batsheva, and then the other one that was mainly responsible for that was Boateng. But I've not really criticized Boateng much on the channel because he's always been superb. But it's one of those games essentially where nothing works right for him. And the commentators, they were saying that he was potentially injured, and then obviously he went off injured. So maybe that might have been, you know, something that could have been there before the game that could have, you know, hindered him today. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for the assessments and whatnot, and once they are out, once the diagnosis are out, then I will be like, okay, you know what, Boateng, you shouldn't have played. So why did you play in the first place? Is it your fault? Did you know you were injured, or is it Ancelotti's fault? Did he play you despite you being injured? What's going on here? So that's that. Well, like I said, that's Sanchez really was a one positive. Thiago, I don't know. Thiago today, good on the ball, bad without it. That's the best way to sum Thiago. Good on the ball, bad without it. Honestly, I'm not even sad. I'm not even sad, angry, or anything. Like, right now, I'm just like, yeah, it's just the same as always. It's the same as always, and right now it's not changing. So, winter break, I'm hoping you are around the corner, because right now, right now, I'm looking forward to Christmas and the winter break. 2 things I'm looking forward to in December. And I'm a little bit scared of the match against Leverkusen. They're normally a team that, you know, I look forward to playing. I'm pretty confident playing against them just because of the whole Leverkusen factor, Vizekusen, you know, where basically I'm like, yeah, even if they play good, we're still gonna win. We're still gonna score in the last minute or something. You know, that's the way it is. But how we do? I can't see us getting a goal. That's the problem. I can't see us getting a goal. But for me, the key thing has to be that Sanchez starts the next match. I mean, he deserves it. I thought it was kind of unfair for him to go off because he was a best player, and then Miller came on for him. Miller, when he came on, he wasn't actually that bad, but he got the ball a few times in the box, but obviously by that time it was too late, so it's not really fair to give him a proper assessment. But, ladies and gentlemen, we lost. We lost 3-2. We lost our chance to go top if PSV lose against Atletico Madrid today. But, and here's the big but. Is second place even that bad at this point? If you look at all the teams that are currently first, all the teams that are currently second, then is second place really that bad? I don't know. I really don't know, because I look at it. I look at this. You know, I look at all the teams that are currently first and all the teams that are currently second, all the teams that could potentially be first and all the teams that could potentially be second, and there is no good or bad right now. You know, we could probably play Arsenal if they win today, which I kind of expect them to. We would probably play Arsenal, and just given, you know, how our history of Arsenal is, you know, where we play them every time in the round of 16, either Arsenal or Manchester City. I kind of expect us to play against Arsenal this season. And yeah, just the same as always, essentially. I don't know if we'll win this time, because this time I'm not very sure. But there's one positive. And here's the positive. Every time we win the Champions League, we have that one crazy off game. So yeah. Let's hope that this is the one crazy off game. Although they kind of all look like the crazy off games. But ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye. Like, if you can actually have a nice day after this match. Come on, let's be realistic here. But anyway, peace out and have a day. Peace out and have a normal day. Bye.